The movie begins in a quiet Danish town where a lonely 12-year-old boy named Pelle Norman feels invisible to the world. At school, he's bullied and ignored, convinced he'll never stand out. But everything changes when science and fate collide in the strangest way. Elsewhere, a desperate scientist works late at night. His legs are failing him, and in a bid to heal himself, he experiments on a genetically enhanced ant. But the experiment goes wrong. The microscope crashes, and the ant escapes into the darkness. The next day, Pelle tries to defend a classmate from bullies. His bravery only makes him their next target. Fleeing in panic, he dives into the backyard of an abandoned house, the home of the late Mrs. Gemmelkra. While hiding, the escaped ant crawls up his leg and bites him. Dizzy and weak, Pelle glimpses a shadowy figure before blacking out. When he wakes, it's already night. He lies to his parents about playing soccer and collapses into bed. That night, strange dreams of ants crawling through tunnels haunt him. By morning, something feels different. Pelle's starving. He devours candy like he hasn't eaten in days. When he tries to pour cereal, the box sticks to his hands. He crushes a glass without effort. Somehow, he's gained strength, speed, and senses beyond normal. At school, he accidentally rips a door handle off its hinges, stunning everyone, especially a comic-obsessed classmate named Wilhelm. The boy becomes convinced Pelle has superpowers. Later in gym class, the teacher challenges Pelle to a duel. The first round, he's knocked down easily, but then something changes. His instincts sharpen, and he hurls the teacher across the mat. Shocked, Pelle runs off, terrified by what he's becoming. Wilhelm follows him after school, desperate for answers. Pelle can't explain it, but when he spots the mysterious scientist nearby, he bolts again, unsettled by the man's cold stare. That night, Pelle experiments with his new abilities. He punches his teddy bear, leaps across the room, and smashes a hole in the wall. He's thrilled. For the first time, he doesn't feel like a nobody. He feels powerful. The next day, he confides in Wilhelm about the ant bite. Excited, Wilhelm decides they'll turn him into a superhero. In his room, filled with comics and gadgets, they test Pelle's powers. He can lift heavy objects, bite through wood, and track scents like a bloodhound. The only thing missing? Flight. They create a costume, black and yellow, complete with mask and candy belt. After brainstorming names, Wilhelm grins. "You're Antboy," he says. And just like that, their adventure begins. One night, during a stakeout, Pelle spots a robbery. Without hesitation, he chases the thief, scaling walls with his bare hands and stopping him cold. It's his first act of heroism. Soon, Antboy becomes a local legend, saving people, stopping small crimes, and giving the city hope. For the first time, Pelle feels seen, but not all heroes stay unnoticed. At home, Amanda, the most admired girl in school, and Pelle's crush, prepares a school project about Antboy instead of her powerful father, Mr. Somerset, CEO of Exofarm. That night, a shadow appears behind her. She turns and screams. Moments later, she's gone, leaving only her necklace behind. The next morning, panic spreads. A video surfaces. Amanda is trapped inside a glass cell. Her kidnapper, calling himself the Flea, demands $20 million in Somerset's resignation. Her sister Ida, desperate, turns to Antboy for help. Pelle brings Ida to Wilhelm's room, their secret base. Wilhelm suspects Mr. Somerset's company is tied to dangerous experiments. Ida defends her father, but time is short. Using his enhanced smell, Pelle sniffs Amanda's necklace and picks up her trail. The scent leads them to the same eerie house where it all began, Dr. Gemmelkra's laboratory. Pelle reveals that's where he was bitten. Determined to save Amanda, he enters alone. In the basement, he melts through a padlock using his strange acidic power and finds cages, glass tanks, and the hum of machines. Then he sees Amanda trapped in a glass chamber. Before he can free her, the villain emerges. The Flea, a disfigured man with monstrous strength. He captures Pelle easily, but before striking, he reveals the truth. He was once Dr. Gemmelkra, a scientist at Exofarm. His experimental serum, made from ant antibodies, could cure deadly diseases. When the company shut down his project, his mother died. In grief, he injected himself with a flea serum that healed his legs but cursed him with bloodlust and madness. He blames Mr. Somerset for ruining his life and has now turned his fury against his daughter. Police sirens wail outside, and the Flea escapes into the night. Amanda is rescued, but Antboy feels defeated. He couldn't stop the monster. Ashamed, Pelle gives up being a hero. He tosses his costume aside, convinced he's just a foolish kid pretending to be strong. Wilhelm begs him not to quit. The Flea is still free, but Pelle walks away, sinking back into the loneliness he once knew. Days later, he watches Amanda laugh with friends, telling stories of her rescue. He realizes the villain was right. Without Antboy, she wouldn't even know he existed. He's lost his courage, his friend, and his purpose. Then chaos strikes again. The school shakes with explosions. The Flea has returned. Students flee in panic. Wilhelm, refusing to back down, grabs cans of insecticide and dons the Antboy mask himself. If no one else will fight, he says, "I will." He sneaks through the school, helping a terrified girl hide before facing the monster himself. But Flea catches him easily. Outside, the girl tells everyone Antboy saved her. Hearing that, Pelle realizes Wilhelm is in danger. He runs back, guilt and determination surging. Inside, he finds Flea dragging Wilhelm through the hall. Low on sugar, his strength fading, Pelle gulps down soda from a vending machine. The rush of energy returns, and so does his courage. He confronts the villain in the theater room. Flea, realizing this is the real Antboy, roars and attacks. The two clash, Pelle dodging strikes strikes, Wilhelm tied nearby, shouting for him to fight smarter. Dragged into the forest, Wilhelm breaks free and hatches a plan. Flea's strength depends on his blood serum. If it's destroyed, he's powerless. While Pelle distracts him, Wilhelm smashes the reservoir strapped to Flea's back. The red liquid bursts, draining his strength. Flea stumbles, his joints seizing. Pelle seizes the moment, lifting with the strength of 50 ants, and hurls the villain to the ground. The monster is finally defeated. The next day, Dr. Gemmelkruz's arrest dominates the news. Mr. Somerset publicly thanks Antboy for saving his daughter in the city, but the true victory isn't fame, it's redemption. Pelle has learned that real strength comes not from powers, but from courage and friendship. That night, Pelle visits Amanda's house. She thanks him with tears in her eyes and leans in to kiss him, but he gently steps back and says he's actually there to see Ida. Amanda storms off, furious. Pelle smiles, finally seeing what truly matters. Ida smiles back and admits she's always known he was Antboy. The next morning, Wilhelm appears full of excitement. "I've got a new idea," he says. "A better costume, a sidekick, like Batman and Robin, Antboy and me." Pelle laughs for the first time in ages. Maybe heroes don't need to be perfect. They just need to keep trying. If you were suddenly gifted with powers like Antboy, but faced the same fear and rejection, what would you do? Tell me in the comments below. And that's the story of Antboy 2013. A heart-pounding adventure about courage, friendship, and finding power in the smallest places. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic movie stories told like never before. Until next time, remember, even the tiniest hero can make the biggest difference.